Whose man is this?
I'm not starting off like this, by the way.
We starting off just like that.
Nah, my nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, have you ever had like one of those like moments in your life where you like, damn, this should be in a movie, or it reminds me of a movie or some shit like that?
Yeah, when I first came out to Cali, when I first like, I found out I was gonna be moving out there. I went out there to look for places, and I didn't really know what to expect. You always hear of Hollywood and how people kind of envision Hollywood. You never know until you get there, right? But when I first got there, right, I got my rental car. I'm with, my girl at the time, and we cruising up. What's that?
Highland.
Not even Highland, bro. Coming
Sunset.
from the highway. I mean, coming from the airport.
Manchester.
Going north. What's the major highway?
405.
On the 405. Going up. You know what I'm saying? See the Getty, all the hills and the valleys. Like, damn, nigga. Made it to LA.
Hey.
Finally, I had that shit playing. I was like, yo, this is something.
To live and die in LA. It's the place to be.
I was like, yo, this shit is a movie right now. You know what I'm saying? It was just all like just motion picture type shit. I've never seen no shit like that before. So like,
that's what LA looked like when you get there for the first time.
No lie.
That's what LA looked like.
No cap, the scenery. You just like, we out here. You know what I'm saying?
And then you see that Hollywood sign.
Quentin Tarantino. You know what I'm saying? Like we here.
When I first got to LA, I took all streets. I didn't take no highways. I said avoid highways because I wanted to see LA. So I was driving through, right? I drove through Manchester, drove up Crenshaw, drove up La Brea. Then I ended up on Highland, and then I ended up seeing the Hollywood sign. I said, "Nigga, I'm here."
Here.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
But so the reason I asked you that is because I had not weird, but it was just funny. Like, I'm in my head. If anybody know me, I'm an over-analytical type of person. I just think of things differently, and it's just like, I also have like reference to a lot of things. Like, quickly, like a reference will pop into my head from something that I've seen, I've heard, or something like that. So, I was at a birthday party, and people in LA, or people that have been to LA, or people that haven't been to LA, our whole, history of LA, if you're not from there or if you've been there, in a sense, is kind of like gang ties, right? There's a lot of gangs out there. Shout out to, the people that, participate. Not my life.
Not mine either.
Yes, not our lives. But basically, I was at a birthday party, and I'm at this birthday party, and basically we're there, and I'm meeting people throughout this party, right? And come to find out, this is, you start seeing things happen in the party, like, oh, this is where I'm at.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I understand what's going on, right? Like, I see what type of party this is. Right. But it was cool. It wasn't nothing going crazy, because I guess everybody was cool with each other, right? So it wasn't nothing.
It's all the homies.
Yeah, so I got introduced to some people at this party, and he just comes up to me, yo, my name is, this, and he's like shaking my hands, looking at me, reeling my eyes, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool, like, all right, your name is, you from here. All right, cool. That's what's up. Yeah. But it reminded me in that moment, I started dying laughing, like, after I, took myself to the side and, sat there for a minute. I'm like, yo, did this just happen? And the thing I thought about, the ATL movie. Right? I thought about the ATL movie when Evan Ross's character ends up meeting Big Boy. Right? He ends up meeting Big Boy outside the little Cascades, and his friend introduced him to him, and he gave him a little pound, you know what I mean? And they zoomed in on the pound right there. Boom, 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 right? And they zoom in, they slow motion that bitch, and then he says, all right, back up, little nigga.
All right.
And that was the moment that Evan Ross became a drug dealer.
Yeah, he was on it.
Yeah, he was on it. He got the little fake diamond earring. Ooh, I see you shining. Remember she said that to him? Then he got a little bit, that's the wrong hoe, daddy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was funny as hell. And he got the little cheeks in the car and all that stuff. So
the foggy windows.
Yeah, the foggy windows, you know what I'm saying? So I don't even know where they got that car. Whose car was that? But I had that same moment, when I shook this dude's hand, I was like, did I just become a gang member? But all I could think of was that movie. But I don't know if I'm a gang member or not. Y'all tell me. Well, real quick, because we forgot to do this too. We forgot to introduce the podcast.
We didn't really forget. We just, we just.
No, we forgot.
Yeah.
Did we? I don't know. Maybe I did.
There. We shot right in there.
Maybe I did.
I knew we had to come back to it.
Okay. All right. Well, it is the Unsolicited Culture Podcast.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know.
Nigga.
Episode 11.
Yeah.
It's another one. We're here. We're going to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited, to keep giving you guys these stories.
Well, who the heck are you?
Huh?
What's your name?
My name's Rese. I'm sorry, I do apologize with that. My name is Rese. I don't know how to spell, so we're not going to go down that road. And to the left of me, we have...
Infy. INFY, guys. It's Infy.
You better get it right. That's at It's Infy.
Mm-hmm.
You better follow her.
Hello.
She's popping.
Semi.
Single.
Not really. Oh, definitely single.
In these streets, single.
Man.
Atlanta. What's up?
Man. Nah, don't say
Holla.
that. No, don't do that.
Unless you gotta be a baddie.
You.
Never mind. Never mind. I'm trying to put her on.
Yep.
She don't want it.
Yo, I'm laughing at something.
She don't want it.
You know what I'm saying? You just have a great personality. How about that?
Have a great personality. That's what you looking for?
Just a great personality at this point. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful skin deep.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
That's a lie like a motherfucker. I seen some. Yo, I'm out here in Atlanta. I've never.
It's your first time in the A.
First time in the A.
First of all, just to give you a little bit more context, we shooting from Atlanta. We're back and forth between LA and Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Those who are looking to connect, do so. But Rese, first time in Atlanta.
Yo.
How do you feel?
The first episode 10. We were talking about like me being my first time out here, but that was me fresh off the plane. I didn't really see much. I didn't see anything at all. And I got to end up checking out a couple different parts of Atlanta so far.
Mm-hmm.
A place called Little 5 Points.
That's my spot.
That was a really, really cool dope area.
I like that.
It reminded me of some sort of like hipster / hippie type of area. It was kind of cool. I got to go to the record store. If you know me, I'm a big record collector.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up a couple things, stuff that I haven't seen before. So I grabbed those. There was other things around there. I didn't have too much time to check it out, but definitely next time I come back, I'll make sure I put a little more time to do that.
Yeah.
Checked out Buckhead area. The Buckhead area. Oh my God.
What you seen?
It is.
What it's like?
I wish I had like a vast like vocabulary, because there's certain words I can't say big houses, like that doesn't even explain it.
Majestic.
Homes. Majestic, yeah, that's one that goes. Man, it's a different type of wealth here in Atlanta, or it's a different type of cost in Atlanta to where it's just cheap. Because man, these people were sitting on 4 to 5 acres of land. Mm-hmm. House had to be 2-3 stories. Mm-hmm. Everything was a mansion. I'm driving around. I'm like, yo, everybody a rapper. Gotta be.
Nah.
I'm not ignorant. I'm not
Ain't
ignorant.
That. It's a lot of different type of revenue streams in Atlanta.
Yeah, man.
A lot of people been getting money for a long time in here, and a lot of people that look like us have been getting money for a long time.
That's another thing too. I was looking at. I was like, damn. Remember I said when we were going to the mall, I was like, damn. There's a lot of skylines in Atlanta too.
Yeah.
There was like 4 or 5 different skylines. There's one in Marietta. There's one in Buckhead. There's obviously the downtown and the midtown area. Yeah. It's like all these different skylines. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, and it's all in this little area, probably 30-minute, 40-minute stretch.
We getting money.
It's a lot of money in Atlanta. A lot of money in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And it's dope, man. I mean, it's love to see like how it looks out here.
Yeah.
Especially like I said, like all the black people. That's beautiful.
All the black people.
All the black people. That place that we went to, Dugan's.
Dugan's was lit, bro.
What area was that? Do you know?
Honestly, don't get me the line, man.
Oh my God, Dugan's, man, was dope as hell.
You know what I'm saying?
I was out there. I was like, man, like this is like my type of vibe. They was playing like 90s, 2000s music, like R&B and hip hop, all the classics, like. They're playing that music. They do it every Friday night. So if you get a chance, I don't know if there's multiple Dugans or not, but it's next to some sort of hotel. So if you get a chance to pop in there, do that.
And I say don't get me denied because I've only been out here a short while myself. 3 months maybe at this point.
And I'm an explorer, so whenever I'm out here, we're going to be looking for other
stuff. We're both kind
of
experienced in Atlanta as we continue to film between, both locations. But Dugans, definitely, that was a vibe.
And the food was good, too.
The food was good.
And they got Douce.
I
don't find too many spots that got Douce.
They got Douce.
They got Douce.
That was actually a good time, man. Some good food, good music, vibes,
good people.
And then you got what I'm drinking on. If you don't have, all right, here's what I'm drinking from 1 to 3. Number 1, Douce. All 2020, I told y'all that. Douce. Number 2, Bullet, actually.
Ooh, Bullet Ride.
Bullet Ride.
That green jump.
Bullet Ride. And then number 3, Henny. I'm a result to the, result to the Henny.
Well, I mean, I guess if we're going to go down that list, I get number 1 is Douce. Number 2 is Douce. Double. And number 3 is a triple Douce. I don't, it's a wrap. If you ain't got it, I'm leaving. If you ain't got it, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. If you don't have Douce yet, you lacking. I'm sorry. You gotta step your liquor game up.
You definitely have to step your
You gotta step your liquor game up.
We've been to a few spots in Los Angeles that did not have Douce.
That don't have it. And I'd be mad. One spot that does have it, and I like it a lot, I really enjoy it. I gotta take you next time because I just found out about it a few months back. But I really enjoy the space. It's the best vibe that you want to get in any LA restaurant that I would say. It's better than Sweet Chick. And I love Sweet Chick's vibe. But Mixtape. It's called Mixtape. It's on Beverly. Okay. If you ever get a chance, like I said, I'm going to take you. But if you guys ever get a chance, you're ever in LA, check out Mixtape on Beverly Boulevard. It's right around by the Grove.
I fucking love Sweet Chick.
So dope.
Yo, I don't know. I'm convinced that
Sweet Chick's food is definitely better.
Yo, oh my God. The chicken, bro? Oh,
I had this cinnamon apple waffle one time that I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, I guess it's just like a blend or something. I got that bitch that had apples in that motherfucker. In the waffle. Well, how do you do that?
Like, who's doing that?
I don't know.
Who's fucking responsible for this?
I don't know who did that.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to Nas.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that.
Shout out to Nas.
Appreciate that.
All right. Well, let's get right into it. We got some really cool topics today. We got this one from a friend. We were just having a conversation during like episode 8 and 9, like just shooting and stuff like that. One of these conversations popped up, and it was about like preferences when it comes to like genital grooming. You know what I mean? Like, what are your personal preferences for yourself? And then what are your personal preferences for your...
so we're going to talk about our personal preferences for ourselves?
For ourselves.
Wow.
And then for our partners. Right? So let's go down there. Let's do that.
So my personal preference for my partner, I would prefer just like a clean shaven area, bruh.
Clean shaven, like bald.
See, when you say I definitely hate when you say bald. I hate because a lot of people be like, well, you
gotta be specific.
A lot of people just use that the wrong way, like bald pussy is like,
Put it this way, for me, I don't want toddler.
See, that's what I'm saying. No. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people say that shit because I just want a nice clean space.
What's clean space though? You want it well manicured?
Yes,
I want it to be. You want the name like written inside on it?
I want it to be hairless.
Hairless.
Bam.
Okay.
See, nice, it gets weird to me because to work with.
It's weird to me because then it starts looking like turkey necks. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't you know how you see like a turkey neck? Right, and it got like where the hair used to be and a little, you know what I'm saying?
No, if she's getting waxed properly, she's taking care of herself. It's smooth, it's nice, it's intact. Hopefully, Not all of us can say that.
Yeah, definitely
And-
smooth, but sometimes it be looking like turkey necks, and you've seen that. Everybody here has seen that. Don't lie. Don't lie, people.
So this is, what I prefer.
Turkey necks.
Hairless.
Oh, hairless. Sorry.
A hairless palette. And I feel like that's okay. Now, here's the thing. I don't expect you to come that way every time, right?
Mhm.
Like, life happens.
Like, if you're in a relationship, right?
Right.
What
You know
about,
what I'm
like...
saying? If you have a low boy, I'm okay with that. If you got a low boy...
So, she got the
going on,
Caesar?
If you got the C's,
Oh!
I'm good. We can make some things happen.
If she got the low Caesar with it,
Yeah.
oh, that's fire.
But when you start to grow to the fro...
What if she got the little part, the little Nas part in that joint?
Nah, I don't want any designs. That's
Okay.
fucking weird to me. I don't want
We were just
the
going with
landing
Caesar,
strip.
so I'm sorry.
The landing strip.
Landing strip? Is that
The landing strip. I want none of that shit.
no diamond, like the
No.
little diamond joint, the little, or not the diamond upside down triangle? That
I don't
joint?
want none of that shit, bro.
Okay.
None of it. You know what I'm saying? Come if you got a little growth to you, little Caesar,
The one that cuts your lip when you're down there. That one.
just slightly. You know what I'm
Slightly,
saying?
right? You're like, okay. I feel
That's
that.
okay. That's
okay.
cool.
Little stubble.
But if you can twirl it around,
You don't want that. That's
We
too
done.
much.
We
Yeah, that's
done.
too much. If
We
you
done.
could do a little twirl on that, yeah, that might be too
we
much.
done. Nah.
Okay.
Go take care of that shit.
All right. For me, I
She from the jungle.
No. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, like for me, I like well manicured. I like a well manicured landscape. I don't like bald because of what was said prior. That's not my thing. Like I like a little down there, nothing like a bush. Like don't give me bush. Like I guess like a quarter of an inch, if anything, if that's even a thing. Like something like that, where it's just a minute amount, a skosh.
A little blade of
That's
hair.
your word.
A little skosh.
A little skosh. A little blade of hair, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but don't, I don't like the bald. It scares me.
Really?
Yeah, it scares me. I don't even know if I was like scorned as a child or something, but I just don't like it.
Oh, wow.
It's not my thing. Like, I'm not really feeling it. Like, it's just, I'm an adult.
Pussy is the best pussy.
I'm an adult.
Yeah, we are. I just said that.
You said what is good pussy? You said bald pussy's good pussy? Is that what you said?
I just said that.
Good pussy's good pussy.
Good pussy is good pussy, but if it's bald, bing.
What if the homie, right? What if the homie hit you up and was like, yo, she got the fire? And not, this sounds
whole different
weird.
Conversation.
This sounds weird. But if the homie hit you up
Mm-hmm.
and was like, yo, she got that fire, you need to get that. Right? And you got it. And you go down there and she got the little, she got the king of the jungle bush.
It's not gonna happen.
What?
It's not going to happen.
And she got the fire.
No.
Okay.
It's not gonna happen.
I respect you.
It's
You
not
stand
gonna
by
happen.
your morals.
Yeah, it's not. I just. Ew. I think for like
Mm-hmm.
lesbians and heterosexuals is different. Honestly,
I guess that's
some other things come into play. For me, I can think about it and just be like, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
When a guy might be in a moment, he might
Mm-hmm.
be like, fuck it.
Don't speak for us.
I'm just saying.
We
It's
have
happening.
morals too.
It's happening.
We have morals
I'm not
too.
saying that you don't. I said might be. You know what I'm saying? If you choose to decline it now, that's,
Shout out to all the men with morals.
you know what I'm saying? If you choose to decline it, hey, I like how you
Mhm.
coming. But I my niggas gonna be like, fuck it. Why you even ask me that?
Shout out to men with no morals.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm good.
Okay. Got you.
Alright. Shave that thing. Whatever you gotta do. Wax it, shave it, whatever.
Get rid of it. Would you shave it for her?
I have before.
Oh, now we getting somewhere with Iffy. She opened up. I don't know if y'all know how big that is. She opened up just a little bit. She gave you a little bit right there, okay? She opened up a little bit.
That was a different relationship, man. You know, it was.
It was comfortability. Yeah, it was a very comfortable situation. Makes sense.
We were good with each other, so yeah, I've definitely done that before.
I got you.
Some things went down after. Shout out to you.
So, like, what are your well, I guess I'll start with mine because you started with the last thing about, you know, like your preferences from, you know, your partner. So let's get into personal preferences, I guess, with our own bodily like stuff. I prefer the same that I prefer the same for me as I prefer for my partner. You know, I don't like to be super clean down there, like in the sense of like where it's bald.
But you manscape then?
Yeah, I manscape.
Wow.
Because it's hard.
Wow.
Man, like for a long time, like I realized like you had to get like certain clippers because I'm not going to get waxed. That's out. That's out, my nigga. Because I'm not letting nobody go down there. First off, I don't want no chick down there. That's not my girl. And then I'm definitely not.
It's a professional service, so you shouldn't even think of it that way.
No. That's fine. I get it. But also, I don't want that pain. Okay. That's probably number one.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, so yeah. I'm scared of the wax. That seems really scary. Like you're not about to rip nothing off me, my nigga. Like that's scary. So basically, I manscaped, but I just found these new trimmers, the Manscaped trimmers. Oh my god, they perfect.
You got the new John.
Yeah, man. It's called the Manscaped Lawnmower 3.0.
Close cut.
Yes. Right, so what it does is instead of it using like a metal blade, it uses like a plastic blade, but it goes so fast that it cuts it. Right, so it's not like the metal blade where I used to get the metal blade down there and I used to cut myself and I'm like especially like on the ball sack. Oh my god, bro, that shit is the worst feeling in the world. You be like, what the fuck? Everywhere else is easy. It's just like the ball section. Cause that shit that shit hurt.
My mind is blown right now. Low key, like.
Did I share too much?
No, I mean, it was good. It was a healthy share. But I just didn't expect for you to.
What?
I didn't expect for you to manscape.
Oh no, yeah.
Because a lot of men just like, not a lot of men. There are, you know, a good amount of men who just.
When I'm sexually, let's say this. When I'm sexually active.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
If I'm not sexually active, I'm not really. Because one, I'm also like I don't really grow much hair.
Okay.
On my body, just in general, like I'm not going to show you on my underarms, but I've never shaved my underarms, and I have.
That's so fucking wild.
Maybe like.
That's so wild.
30 hairs on my underarm.
30?
I can't count. Obviously, but I don't have any hair under my underarms.
That's so wild to me because I've always been a hairy bitch, like from birth. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been Furby pretty much. So I definitely I definitely like to I like a smooth surface all around. I when I am sexually active, I keep a smooth surface.
Do you get waxed?
No.
I leave my booty.
You not about to split any of my parts and just rip that shit off. It's not happening. It's not. That's just like too close.
I got a hairy
comfort.
butt though. Like I'm not fucking with my butt.
Like cheeks?
Not my cheeks. No.
Oh, your
like
crack?
That crack. I'm not fucking with it.
I mean, everybody crack.
Yeah, I'm not getting in there, bro. That's just when I think what it is. Because ain't nobody going in there anyway, so this is gonna stay what it is.
Like I really don't. I can't fathom like motherfuckers like getting their cheeks split and getting waxed. That's what happens when we get down to the nitty gritty. You getting your cheek split and it's, you know what I'm saying?
Just imagine if you was a girl that was like super hairy and you
gotta probably cut some of that down, right? Like if you have an excessive.
Like there's too many celebrities out here in bikini pics for none of them to be hairy. Right. You know what would be a good idea? Now I'm thinking about it, and it's not like it's a newfound idea or anything like that. Laser hair removal.
On your ass, though?
I don't know how it feels, but just imagine getting that done. You ain't got to go back down there again.
Can you get laser hair removal between your ass crack? I
would be scared because it's a laser going in your like reproductive area. Like, does that mean like you won't be able to have kids? You know what I mean? like that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
do that. Like, do you get your private parts laser hair removed?
I don't know. That's a good question. Cause we both. I'm very inexperienced in this manner, but
Yeah, I don't do waxes. You know what I'm saying? I take care of my own thing, and yeah, privacy.
Yeah.
Me in the hallway.
Yeah. In the hallway.
No, wait.
You got carpet.
Wait.
Hold up, my nigga. You got carpet. I know there's hair in this carpet.
No, I meant to say all day in the middle of the hallway. You know what I'm saying? I just jumped to the last part.
Yeah, man, it's crazy because when you get in there, you gotta put the foot up on the joint, like bow. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta get under that joint. You know, you gotta grab it. You gotta pull it to the side.
Yo, the homie, like, actually, I hate you, bro. For real. I actually just recently had this conversation when I was in LA. Ashley, stupid ass, he was asking me that question. I don't know. She asks stupid shit all the time, and she was just like, "You get waxed?" I was like, "Nah, like, I'm good. I'm all right. I can take care of it myself." She was like, "Yeah, you too old. You be standing up on the shower with one leg up." And the visual was so accurate.
Y'all know exactly what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I get it done.
We saying exactly what y'all be doing out here in these streets.
Period. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. So,
but yeah.
All right.
I don't like to get too close because then I don't want to cut myself. That's why before. But now with these new clippers, they do pretty well. But, you know what I mean? I'll do it like that.
All right. So, pretty, clean cut. I think that's fair, right? Anything otherwise is just inconsiderate, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to take care of yourself or... the person that you're with,
your girl ain't take, or your girl or your guy ain't taking care of you,
right? Like,
that's just out. Yeah, because you don't want to come up with hair in your mouth.
Definitely not.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
definitely
I get
not.
that.
I mean, it happens, but like not an excessive amount. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
get a
hair makes you sweat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it holds a lot of bacteria.
Really?
Yeah, hair holds a lot of bacteria.
Good.
Especially down there, like
definitely good then.
There's one cool thing. There's like this ball spray that they have now from Manscaped. There's like ball lotion. There's all this stuff so you don't like chafe and all that other shit. Yeah.
Wow.
It's like weird.
That's so crazy. Well, you have to think about it. You have a lot of guys that like this metrosexual kind of unisex thing has been like really present in the last couple of years, and it's like it's no shame for guys to want to groom themselves. I don't think it is. Like if you want to, present yourself a certain way, then do that, and don't feel any way about it.
I just started noticing that as well, like this like whole not noticing the unisex wave. I've heard the word before and stuff like that, but I was like on like websites, right? Mm-hmm. Not a lot of websites have men's sections anymore. So what it typically says, it says women's, kids, and unisex. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what if I want men's clothes?
I've been noticing that a lot too.
That's why like a lot of the shirts are feeling a lot smaller, and I thought it was because I was getting bigger, but it's like shirts are actually being cut smaller because it's more for unisex.
So
like, why do women get their own section if like men can't?
In my experience, at least for like the places that I like to shop, I've noticed still men's, women's, kids, but there's also now and it had a unisex section.
Yeah. I know Urban Outfitter does that.
Irby does that. ASOS does that. There's another site that does that as well. Can't think of the name, but yeah, like there's now a unisex section that is being added into shopping, which I guess is.
I respect it.
It's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. I'm not going to be in the crop tops, but if you want to wear a crop top,
leave that up to Ezekiel Elliott.
It's cool. Like maybe you have the abs for the crop top.
Yeah.
I'm not about it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess like this all kind of like runs in to one another. I don't really know how to bring it in. Like.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when we're talking about, grooming preferences for, our private areas and, what we like to,
balls and vaginas.
Balls and vaginas, what we like and what we like for our partners to have if we're sexually active. In that same sense, if you're sexually active, you're in a relationship, like, do you care about body count? You care, like, about the person that you're with having a high body count, or is that something that you
Okay,
you
so
don't-
yeah, preferences and you know, just preferences all around.
Do you worry about that? Is that something that you even consider? Is that something that you discuss, that you even want to know? Like,
I guess as a kid, right, I was a lot younger, you know, that was kind of like a thing, right? And I don't know why. I think it was just be like, you know, like a friends like type of thing, like where you had a conversation, yo, how many she, you know, been with, like, that's nasty, or oh, that's good.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that was a thing as I was younger, and I think just getting older, you know, it really, like, all that shit for me just kind of went out the door.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that I'm out here trying to look for no, you know, I'm not looking for somebody that's, you know, experienced by it, you know, like, that's just, you know, with the world.
Yeah.
Or nothing like that, you know, or just been with a bunch of people, but it's not like a conversation I have with myself or my significant other.
Yeah.
Right? Like the girl that I'm, you know, with now, we didn't have that conversation at all.
Okay.
Right? My biggest thing is, you know, what, like, are you, you know, from a you know, perspective of like STDs and things like that are out here and sexually transmitted diseases, like, are you good? Are we both good? Cool. Let's move forward.
Right.
Right? I think that's the big conversation that should be had nowadays. Because I'm not gonna, you know, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna judge somebody on, you know, what their, you know, their past is, because their past doesn't mean that's their future.
You're right. I
For me.
can't agree to a certain extent. Like, I feel as though we definitely should and we will have that conversation as far as, like, you know, where do you stand? You know, are you good? You know what I'm saying? Is this going to be a situation where, and I firmly believe that if you have anything that could be shared as far as STDs with your partner, you should be out and open and up front and give that person the choice and the option to continue to deal with you, right?
Absolutely.
So we definitely going to have that conversation, but at the same time, I need to know that the pussy can perform. Okay? If it's been ran through, it's not going to perform the same.
Okay. But if it hasn't been run through, it may
has
not run the same.
What do you mean?
There's a possibility where it could be whack.
If it hasn't been run through.
There's a possibility even if
it doesn't have to be run through to be experienced.
Is this another thing where it's like a lesbian as well as like heterosexual conversation where it's different? Because like, would it like...
Yeah.
Like, run through, I think, for a guy would make sense more, because it's like, all right, well, you're going in there and, you know, it's like throwing that hot dog down the hallway. Right? You know what I'm saying? So there, you're like, damn, this ain't it. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, I'm not going to speak for lesbians, but there's not much really being inserted unless you're using other stuff which you can't feel. You see what I'm saying? That's just how I look at it. But I don't... If I'm wrong, let me know.
Nah, I definitely understand what you're saying, but
what is ran through? Like, what is ran through
vagina? I still feel
vagina?
as though, like, that same chick that you talk about, she decided, you know, I'm gay now. Like, I don't fuck with niggas no more. I like bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we're gonna share the same sentiment. Like, that's run through. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell.
Yeah, for sure.
You can tell. So
what constitutes good?
That's a great conversation.
The vagina, though.
See, that's a really good conversation. I've had this conversation multiple times.
Okay.
Between like people wanting to know, okay, if you are, you know, lesbians, then how do you know if it's good pussy? And you know, how heterosexuals determine, you know, or males determine whether it's good pussy or not. So
because the way I would look at it is, from a man's perspective, it's like good pussy is how it feels. From a lesbian perspective, it's good pussy is how it tastes.
Okay, right. So you that those I think that those are both an element from a heterosexual and a lesbian experience. As a heterosexual, not just how it feels, because your hand feels good. I mean, I'm not, and not.
You know what I'm saying? How does it feel to me? Not like pleasuring that person. Not how that person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas can jack off and get they nut off. Niggas can fuck pocket pussies and get they nut off.
That's nasty, by the way.
It happens. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that can feel good, but it's not just only how she feels. Yes, that's an element of it, but it's how she's performing.
Mm-hmm.
It's how she makes you feel, right?
Okay.
It's the overall experience. So
as well as the cleanliness, as well as
the cleanliness. So yeah, it's the taste. It's just like the presentation overall. It is like, I mean, I don't feel it in the same way, but I can feel it.
I got a better question. If you could put your perfect pussy in a box and wrap it and gift wrap it to yourself, what would it be?
The perfect pussy?
The perfect pussy. Like A1. Where do you
really graphic.
Where do you start with this? Like,
damn.
How does this go? Like, this is.
My mother is gonna watch this one day.
My mom is definitely gonna watch this, and at this point in time, I told you I don't even care anymore.
I mean, the perfect pussy, it's clean shaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's fat. You know how it's a little fat.
Okay.
And the clit still, you know, you can't see the clit. It's inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's like.
Okay, it's covered a little
boom,
bit.
You know what I'm saying? And
peeking his head out a little bit.
Beep. And then it tastes like.
This is where we get down to the nitty gritty. Okay.
Tastes like water.
Tastes
it's just
like water.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just like
no flavor.
No flavor at
Got
all.
you.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like clean.
Some of y'all girls got that penny pussy. Y'all better stop. It tastes like pennies down there. Y'all better figure that out. Y'all pH balances is off. Go ahead.
You saying she got copper?
Hey.
Damn.
I don't know what she got.
It's an aftertaste.
And y'all know what pennies taste like. Don't act like you wasn't a kid once. Okay, so it's a little fat.
It's a little fat.
Pokes out a little.
It pokes out a little.
Tastes like water.
Water, you know, you just
shaving.
Stick your whole face in it. You know what I'm saying? And it's wet. You know what I'm saying?
Wet.
It's definitely moist.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. I think we're like 100% on the same page, except for the part. Let's say 90% on the same page.
Back to the shave.
Just a little bit of hair down there, just to make me.
You a wild boy.
Make me comfortable.
Okay. Is that like the overall like? Is this like? Do most guys want hair down there?
I don't want to speak for all men, but I think it's between the two.
Okay.
I think it's definitely like a 50. I think it's like a 50-50 or not like a 60-50 split on either side.
Okay.
I think or 60-40 split on either side, something like that.
And I'm hella weird. It could just be me. Like I can't speak for everybody either, but you gotta come correct.
We should do a poll.
We should do a poll.
And see.
Do you want for your better half to be like clean shaven, or do you mind?
Or well manicured.
Or well manicured, or do you mind a little, you know?
I would say well manicured is like
well
a little bit.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Clean shaven or well manicured?
Clean shaven or well
We
manicured.
should do that poll.
We should do that poll.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
So the body count for you, back to the body count, it doesn't really matter.
Like I said, as long as we're making sure that each other is
Safe.
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 On all sides for each other.
Yeah.
That's all that matters to me because, obviously when it comes down to the sex though, if it's random and you can feel it like that, then yeah, that makes sense. Like, nah, this ain't that.
It's a wash.
Yeah.
It's a wash. So I think I feel the same way. We have to put that first, making sure that like we're both safe and we're both doing the right thing and making responsible decisions. But at the same time, don't come to me with that woo woo. Woo woo.
Whoa. Baby, welcome to the pod.
Huh. I'm not doing that with you, bro.
On the topic of pussy.
On the topic of pussy.
On the topic of pussy. Pussy makes niggas crazy. Right?
100%.
You ever want to see a nigga go crazy? Find a chick with some fire and the nigga that's with her. That nigga will go crazy.
100%.
And he don't give a fuck. He gonna blow up in any situation. He'd be at the mall. You be at the mall. Y'all shopping. Y'all having a good time. And you do something crazy and he gonna go off. Niggas is like that. Niggas is like that. If it's some good fire, like, it's like that.
You goddamn right.
It's ridiculous. Like, they don't care what. They don't care who around. They just gonna blow up on the spot. Right?
So on a cuff, what's the craziest thing? You. Yourself.
Oh, so we're doing this.
It's the craziest thing you've done. It's right there.
I don't wanna.
It's just on the spot.
Yo, I would love to say I have a really crazy story, but I don't.
Ah, man, you had
Like, I just feel like, let's put it this way. Okay, I do have one.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say it didn't result in pussy.
Okay.
All right?
It did not, but
It
it was
did not.
It was in pursuit.
It was
of.
in pursuit of the pussy.
All right. There we go.
So, back in the day, how old was I? This had to be like 2009 maybe. So that's 11 years ago. So I was 20.
20s were fucking wild, bro.
I was what? 19. Shoot, I was 19. So I was 19 years old, and I had a friend of mine that went to a school in like the Northeast.
Okay.
Right. So basically, her and I were like talking or whatever it may be, and I feel like, I guess now at this moment I realize it was more so me feeling the other person and vice versa.
Okay.
Right. So in the Northeast, and it's a long drive. Like I'm from Delaware. I had to take a 6-hour drive to this college that this girl went to end up just hanging out. Right. I'm like, I didn't come up here, and I was by myself, dolo. It was like a last minute type of thing. She's like, oh, what you doing this week? I'm like, oh, I'm not doing nothing, bullshitting. Like, I ain't had nothing. I had work, everything.
Right.
Called out of work. I was like, oh, I'm gonna go up here. I'm getting me something. Like, this is about to be. That was like what I was waiting for.
What's happening?
Got up there. It ended up being some like party on campus and stuff like that we went to, and it was cool, but nothing happened.
Damn.
Like, it was just some bullshit. I was pissed.
I would have been pissed too.
Right? I drove 6 hours, like, last minute to get up there. And it was to a fucking state that I never even wanted to fucking go to.
Niggas would put miles on their car for pussy. I have a very similar story, like the same story, but
I saw a moose. I was driving on the highway and I saw a moose running right beside me on this highway. I'm like, man, it's the first time I've seen a moose in my life, and this bitch is big as shit. Like, that would wreck a goddamn 18-wheeler truck.
Yeah.
That's how big that motherfucker was.
Yeah.
But that I would say is my crazy. I don't really have too many like off the wall stories.
Okay.
That one though was probably the biggest.
I have a very similar story, but since you already shared that,
The craziest.
Between the two, I feel like just for me looking back at it, I feel like it was crazy. It probably wasn't the craziest, but one of them that I felt was crazy was like I was dating this chick. I was like in my early 20s, maybe 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents were cool, so like her parents would. This chick was maybe 19, 21, 22.
Mm-hmm.
Her parents were cool, so like she was still living with her parents, and they were cool with me coming over. They were cool with her being out, and we would like pull up and we'd smoke like her parents smoked. We burn down, laugh, joke, high. But like when it's time to go, it's time to go. Like when we going to sleep, after y'all done, you go home, and it's a wrap for the night. So one particular night, stayed over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So her parents' room was like towards the front of the house, on a different side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Her room was in the back. So I stayed over one night and we did what we did or whatever, and I ended up sleeping there. Like, it was just too late to try to make a move. I ended up sleeping over. Get up in the morning, Mom knock on the door. She was like,
Okay.
Get it. Yo, I remember definitely like standing behind the door of the door of the closet like this. Standing behind it.
Shit.
Quiet shit, right?
Sleepover. Surprise.
No. Standing behind the door of the closet like her mom was an OG.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure her mom knew, but she never like saw me or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm standing behind the door of the closet like,
Yeah.
right?
You got real little. You got real little.
Quiet as a mouse, like no words. They wrapped their conversation. She closed the door. She like, all right, you gotta go through the window.
Mm-hmm. 2 story, 1 story.
1 story.
Okay.
But still, nigga, I'm like out sliding quietly out the window of her bedroom to get out of this
Did she
house.
have a screen on her thing?
I think like at this point, like she was a pro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think there was a screen. It was just me, you know, maneuvering out of the window to get to my car. And then, like, I remember just sitting in the car thinking and laughing to myself, like, yo, I just really climbed out this bitch window. What am I doing with my life?
That's funny.
What am I doing?
You know what? I was thinking too while this whole time. I was still thinking about the situation that I had. I'm mad. You know what? I'm so mad. I'm gonna tell y'all what's her name. I don't even know if I should, but Crystal, you do that shit. I don't know if you're doing that still to this day, but you gotta chill. You knew a nigga was coming up there for something. I ain't getting nothing.
I'm definitely not saying a name.
You ain't gotta say a name, but I'm gonna say a name.
Yeah.
And I'm mad. I'm pissed. I was fuming over here. I just realized how mad I was at that situation.
You know what? I also feel like.
You know how many times I had to put gas in my car?
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say the wrong things, but like, yeah, like sometimes you just know, right? You know when somebody is going the extra mile or willing to go the extra mile for you. You know when somebody wanted to show up, and then you know you kind of try to. It's your decision. You either gonna get over on that.
I'm not mad. Yeah,
You know what I'm
you ain't
saying?
have to give me the pussy. Like I don't
But
want that type.
But at the same time, you know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what's up.
Yeah. You know how I was feeling, Crystal.
All right.
I'm gonna say your name again, Crystal.
Ooh.
All right.
Shit.
Played the shit out of me. I was like, fuck.
Right.
I thought we was on the same page.
It's really real.
Nah, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That's how they do. They do that.
It is what it is.
It's definitely happened.
It is what it is. So, before we get out of here, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I feel this way. This is like on some like crazy, just off the wall stuff. So I was at my girl's house on Valentine's Day. Like after we had a great night, we had a great dinner. You know, everything. Just a great night. Like great gifts were exchanged, stuff like that.
Oh, great gifts!
Great gifts were exchanged, right?
You need to give me a Valentine.
And you do need a Valentine. You do need a Valentine.
Yo.
So we're there, and I had a little bit of, stuff to do with the podcast, like editing and stuff like that. So I got up a little late, after our night, and I started, working on the podcast. And it was like 2:40 in the morning, and all out of nowhere, 2:40 a.m. in the morning, out of nowhere, I hear this dude like yelling and this girl screaming, crying, and I hear it through the window.
Damn.
And it's going on for at least 15, 20 minutes back and forth, them two going at it.
Yeah.
And more so the guy. And I'm like, yo, and like literally the day prior, somebody told me, it was like, yo, watch out, for the holidays, just be safe, just keep, be on the lookout, for things. He was like, because domestic violence is
spikes around Valentine's Day.
Around Valentine's Day.
Fuck.
Right? Because of, just like the, passion and things like that are involved. Passion can make a person go crazy.
Of course.
So he was telling me like, yo, just watch out for it, stuff like that. Not in my situation, but just in the surroundings. Anything could happen where you're at, just be aware.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm there and I'm like, shit, this is happening. And they're going at it. And so I go into the room and I'm like, yo, babe, like, should I call the police? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't trying to like get nobody in trouble for real. But I also don't want to see nobody get hurt. I don't want to see nobody, like stop it before anything could happen. right? So what I want to know is like, should I have intervened, or should I call the cops, or like, what should we do in those situations? Like, you know, because like they could have, like, this is the first time I've heard it, but they could do it all the time.
Right.
This isn't my apartment complex or anything like that.
Right.
I've never heard them before, and I've only been there, you know, like hanging out, you know, when I go over there, maybe 1 or 2 months, right, by this time. So like, should I have intervened? Should I went down there and said something like, yo, y'all gotta chill? Like, should I have done that, or should I call the police, or what? Like, should I just let them do what they do?
I honestly think that this is a question that I want to hear more back from, like, our followers and our listeners, because there was something recently in the media about, I'll just say a celebrity who publicly kind of violated his, you know, a woman that was in his life. We'll say that. And a lot of people, when that instance went viral, a lot of people were in the comments like, oh, it was a bunch of niggas standing around and y'all ain't do nothing, y'all just gonna let him da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, this person can just like bust my shit open. And while I'll get, you know, the notoriety for the effort, like, my shit's bust open now. You know what I'm saying? So
no, I gotta go and pay medical bills and all that shit.
Right,
because y'all say this is what I should have done.
And not even just that, like, I have to take an L because I stood up to this, or even worse, like, the situation could have turned out, you know, way worse for anyone who was trying to intervene. And I just feel like, wow, yes, women should feel like other men want to protect women and just
in all
like
manners, right?
Right, in all manners, and just want to be present when, you know, bad things are happening, or you know, step in control of that situation when, you know, someone's acting outside of their character or outside of what a man should be. You have to have understanding for that person's perspective as well, or that person's hesitation, or that person's reluctancy to intervene. That a million things could be running. The world is so wicked. As much as there is good in this person stepping up to intervene, there's fucking wicked. Someone could want to take his life for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's like the situation that we had like last year, right? It was like this was like in the time where we were literally putting the podcast together, the whole idea behind it and everything. And I ended up getting on the bus to go home, the bus to go to the train and then go home. And I got on the bus and I seen I don't know if he was homeless or not, but I know he was out of his like a clear state.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. All I hear, I'm looking to the right outside the window, just not paying attention to nobody. I'm just looking out the window, minding my own business. And this guy, from my knowledge, when I seen him when I got on, he was just like nodding out the whole time. So I was like, all right, cool. He's not worried about nobody else. He's in his little zone. He's you know, got his fix.
Right.
So all I hear is a thump, right? And so I look over and I don't see anything. I just see like this lady holding her head, and I see him standing up saying, don't you ever touch me. Don't you ever touch me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't see none of that shit. I didn't hear nothing. Right. So then I stay over there and I'm looking just to make sure everything's good and, you know, make sure that nothing goes crazy if I got to duck or get out the way or whatever it may be, because I didn't see him hit her. So then I see him hit her. Like, he punched her in the head. Her head goes boom, hits the window. And I'm like, shit, what the fuck is going on? And I hear this lady like, y'all gonna let him hit her? This like, you know, Haitian lady, something like that. She's like, y'all gonna let him hit her? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do? So I end up getting up and I'm like, yo, bro, like, I didn't put my hands on him or nothing. I was like, yo, like, just come over here. Like, I don't know what y'all got going on. Just come over here. I don't want to see, like, nobody. Like, I'm the only one on the bus that got up at this time. Like, I don't want to see nobody get hurt any more than what they have been. Whatever, maybe just move to this side. And he's, like, pacing a little bit because it's in a little doorway. And then this white dude gets up and comes over. He has a cigar in his mouth. And he's like, what the fuck is your problem, buddy? You know what I mean? And going into shit like that. And I'm like, oh, my God. And now it's starting to escalate, right? Because he's starting to get a little more antsy. You see his eyes get open, stuff like that. And then this Mexican dude comes down. He got the big ass, like, 13 tattooed on the back of his head. He got the big ass 13 tattooed on the back of his head. Sorry, y'all. He has the big ass 13 tattooed on the back of his head or whatever it may be. And I'm like, oh shit, this is a crazy nigga. So he comes up, he's like, yo, you shouldn't be putting your hands on no lady. What's wrong with you? You shouldn't be putting your hands on no lady. So I'm like, oh man, this is about to get real crazy. So this dude ends up pulling out a knife. This crazy dude ends up pulling out a knife. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And I'm like, oh man, this is about to get into some real shit. So basically, you know, we go through and, you know, we're telling the bus driver to stop the bus to get him off the bus or whatever it may be. The bus driver's like, what's going on? Acting all fucking stupid, like he doesn't hear everybody saying what we're saying.
Right.
So he doesn't pull over. We got to wait till the stop. He's like sitting there with this knife, and then, you know, the Mexican dude ends up getting the knife and basically punches him in his face. Right? Immediately, a big ass like fucking knot swells up on his face. I'm like, oh shit. So basically, somehow this knife gets on the floor. He picks it back up. He gets off the bus, the homeless dude or whatever it may be, and he's running back and forth like he's going to get on the bus again, like from the front door to the middle door, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Eventually, he gets back on the bus, and I'm like, man, what the fuck? So I had to literally take my book bag, swing, hit him in the face with the fucking the bag to knock him off the bus so the fucking bus driver could close the door. And that's me intervening in somebody's other shit, right?
Wow.
So that's an actual scenario that I dealt with. You know what I mean? Like, just intervening in some shit. So, like, those are, like situations where, like, damn, I just put my line on the life for somebody I don't even fucking know.
You never know. You know what I'm saying? Old boy had a, you know, caught the right angle or, you know, got a chance to, you know, connect with the knife, then you never fucking know. So, like, I would really like for, again, our followers and our listeners to chime in on this and let us know how you feel. Give us your opinion on, you know, the topic at hand. What do you feel like people should do in that case when significant others or, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife are getting in escalated situations in public or just in your, you know, general surroundings? Like, how do you feel like one should react?
Yeah, my girlfriend told me that one of her friends that she went to school with or something like that basically was like, I guess, like, saw an interaction. They were out at a party and they saw like a guy arguing with a girl or whatever it may be. So he came over, kind of put himself in the, you know, in the area and was saying like, hey, you know, with his hands up, he's like, hey man, I'm not trying to get in your business or anything like that, but I just got to. I don't think it's right. Don't want to hit no woman, that type of thing. Like, I'm, you know, I just want to say that. The dude looked at him, said, fuck you, shot him, dead.
That's wow.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's
So,
that's to my point. Like, you never know. As much as good as you want to do, there's wicked in the world, and sometimes, unfortunately, you know, God's plan is it trumps everything. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, if you subscribe to that, then He makes no mistakes. So it's like, damn, like, I understand if people are kind of resistant and just don't want to get involved. I fucking get it.
yeah.
But I also understand, like, how you feel like you should stand up, because this can mean this person's life.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The one that's being dominated, that it can mean their lives. You never know where it can go.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man.
So yeah, just let us know how you feel. And I mean, me, I'm a civilian. I'm at the point where I'm like, man, fuck it, I'm calling the police. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what they get paid for.
Like, fuck it. If you know what I'm saying, if it comes down to somebody going to jail.
Hello.
I don't want to put nobody in jail or nothing like that, but if it comes down to putting somebody in jail, man, I'm at that point, man. Like, risking my life for somebody else that I don't even know or something like that, that's kind of rough, bro. Like, that's a different conversation you got to have with yourself.
I love life way too much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I know how I would feel if somebody kind of tried to intervene in my shit, if it ever got to that point, if it was like in public or like toxic like that. Like, if you intervene in my shit, yeah, I'm gonna be taken aback by it. Like, it may not be like, it may not result in anything, you know, deadly, but I'm
because once again you value life, so you're not gonna be like, oh nigga, fuck out of here.
Right.
You know?
Wow. You know what I'm saying? So I value life, but at the same time, be like, yo, who the fuck are you though?
Yeah.
You know what
and
I'm
then that could cause a whole other issue. Now that nigga's knocking you the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to hit on that girl, nigga? Hit on me. Oh shit. You know what know, so it could just be a quick thing like, damn, I ain't know who I was talking to.
Facts.
So, but, one other thing I do want to talk about. This shit irks me.
What's that?
I don't know why I always have a conversation about fucking Uber drivers, but Uber drivers piss me the fuck off.
Here we go.
They piss me
I thought that was the general consensus though. Like, I had a really good, coming back from LA, I had a really good Uber ride home.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, and I don't like to talk.
I had actually a good Uber ride home. I mean, here.
Really?
I did too, yeah.
I don't like to talk, but if you have something to say, okay, you've got my interest now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can tell when people are just talking just because they want to talk.
Yeah, just because they have words in their mouth.
Right, or because they're trying to make conversation because they feel like it's going to boost their rate or you know, whatever.
Because it's not. You can get a 5 or a 1
not.
with me.
Read the room, bro.
Yep.
You have to have, like, you have to gauge people's personalities in that industry. You have to understand, like, what the fuck your writers want. You have to match that tone. If niggas is being short and, you know, they're giving one-word responses, they don't, you know, keeping it to the bare minimum, shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
They don't want to talk.
Yep.
You continuously dragging on the conversation. To me, it's an insult. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely going to give you a negative rating. If you keep talking and I'm not talking back to you and I'm barely interacting with you, I'm gonna give you I don't have to talk. Now, you know what? Somebody that we know said, "Oh no, that's wrong because you're getting in their car and da 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 da. Like you should talk to this person is giving you a ride."
It's not their car anymore.
We've agreed on that. We've agreed that I am paying for a service.
Yeah.
So I don't care if it's your car, your mama car, your auntie's car, your husband's car. I don't care who the fuck car you driving. Yep. I paid for a service, and this is how I would like to conduct business. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. It's my preference. Yeah. My choice.
They need to add that to the Uber comfort preferences. Now you can I think you can do preferences of. Actually, I think you can do preferences of silence. And I know you can do temperature. I know temperature for sure, but I think you can put on there your preference for if you want them to talk or not. I can't remember. I think that's it. But the thing that really irks me is I've seen it multiple times, especially in LA. I didn't see it when I got out here, but I didn't take too many Ubers. But the Uber driver in LA, multiple ones. I get in. I'll sit there and I'm like, all right, and I'm just looking down, getting my shit together, putting my seatbelt on, and I'm like, damn, why we ain't moving yet? And I look up and I see the Uber driver zooming in and zooming out, looking at the directions to see where they're going and stuff like that. Nigga, that's what the fucking GPS is for. You don't know where I'm going. You don't need to know where I'm going other than just to go and drop me off. You don't need to know the exact address. Are you going to remember that address and come back later? Nigga, you never been to my house. Right. Just drive me, my nigga. Go left if it tell you to go left. Go right if it tell you to go right. Go straight if it tell you to go straight, my nigga. Right. Don't look at don't look at it.
I see that a lot. I don't know if it's just a habit that people have.
Is it because I'm black they think I'm going to South Central or some shit? Or the hood or some shit?
At times it could be, but I don't think that's the automatic assumption. I think that people are trying to overcompensate because they don't know where the fuck they're going. And that's fine. That's what GPS is for.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe I'm bugging, but if this tell you to make a right, make a right.
Some people take this shit too hard, B. They want to be the ultimate fucking Uber driver. They got mints. They got fucking moist towelettes. They got fucking chargers. They want to be the ultimate Uber driver. So if I don't know where I'm going, I don't know where this location is, oh shit, let me see the closest landmark. Niggas be freaking out low key.
I got into a nigga car the other day. This shit was dirty as fuck. I'm like, God damn it. This nigga's like, we got water in the back if you want water. I'm like, nigga, I don't want anything from this car.
If your car smells musty, how don't you smell that?
Well,
if your car is musty,
how can I say this? Some people's religious backgrounds. Some people's religious backgrounds.
Your car is musty though.
Why is your
car musty?
Because they're musty.
So your car stay musty?
Well, yeah, it's going to stay musty because it's them. it's not the car that you're smelling. You're actually smelling them.
Damn.
And you know, once you sit on them cotton seats, it ain't like it's leather in there. It's them cotton seats. That shit's sticking them motherfuckers.
That's nasty.
It is. It's fucked up. But hey, to each his own. There's certain people's religions where they can't do certain things and they, you know, stuff like that.
Y'all better be cleaning y'all shit, man. If you,
gotta clean your shit.
clean y'all shit, bro.
Gotta clean.
I
your
understand
shit.
you trying to make money. Get your money, B. But just have a certain level of quality about you. Clean your car regularly.
I feel that.
Go ahead and get that shit detailed. What's a little $20 to get it detailed?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Musty ass shit.
Well, on that note,
We gonna
keep
wrap
your
it up.
car clean.
Keep your car clean. I don't want to smell no musty ass fucking car. That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to sound ridiculous, but I feel like
Ridiculous.
you should. I feel like you shouldn't have a musty car. Put some deodorant on that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
My nigga said get the Axe body spray for that bitch.
Do something.
Alright, y'all. This has been another episode of the Unsolicited Culture Podcast.
Yes, sir.
This is episode 11.
Yes, sir.
Once again, it's Rese.
We going and we growing, and it's Infy. It's Infy. INFY.
We going and it's growing. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, follow, comment, tell your friends, tell their friends. Support the hustle, bro. We'll do the same in return. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. We definitely support everybody that shows support on our end. Even if it's not like our shit, we're going to talk to you. We're going to try to help you out in any way that we feel like that may be good for you guys. Even if you're not looking for it. You know what I'm saying? We'll give you some, you know, just any sort of, you know, how we feel about your platform, your product, whatever it may be.
Thanks.
So, all right. We out of here.
Peace.
Peace.